is nasty to me. Michelle Obama. No one expected the moment to explode the way it did. It started as an ordinary morning broadcast, the kind millions watch without really paying attention. President Trump sat on a bright studio couch answering routine questions. When the host casually brought up political families, it should have been harmless. Instead, Trump made an offhand jab at Michelle Obama. A comment so sharp and unnecessary that the entire studio seemed to freeze. I always tried to be so nice and respectful. Oh, she opened up a little bit of a box. She opened up a little bit of something. Oh, she was nasty. Oh. The host's smile fell. The co-host blinked. Trump tried to laugh it off, but the laugh collapsed in real time. Cameras captured every uncomfortable second. And within minutes, the clip was everywhere. Phone screens on buses, diners, offices, classrooms. Michelle Obama wasn't just a former First Lady. To many Americans, she represented dignity and steadiness. I want them to know Michelle Obama, that girl from the south side of Chicago. I want to break down that wall of impossibility, to let them know that I am them and they are me. Insulting her felt personal. Producers replayed the audio in disbelief. In Los Angeles, a college student filmed his stunned reaction. In Atlanta, a grandmother muttered that Michelle deserved better. A Detroit barber stopped mid-haircut because a client played the clip loud enough for the whole shop to hear. Moments like this grow legs. They walk into every conversation, whether invited or not. Inside the White House, aides panicked long before Trump returned from the studio. Drafts of statements were written and rejected. Reporters demanded comment. Advisors warned Trump that the reaction was strong, but he brushed it off. Still, his team could feel the temperature rising. Meanwhile, Americans waited for one voice, Barack Obama. But in Chicago, Obama had no idea anything had happened. He was preparing for a community leadership event, flipping through notes about youth programs. When staff finally showed him the clip, he watched without outward emotion. He simply said, "Michelle knows who she is. Michelle, you took on a role you didn't ask for, and you made it your own with grace and with grit and with style and good cheering humor. One remark won't rewrite that." Still, he understood the moment had grown too large to ignore. By the time Obama stepped onto the town hall stage, national media had packed the room. He gave his prepared remarks, but the tension beneath the surface was undeniable. When the first reporter finally asked about Trump's comment, the auditorium fell silent. Obama paused, then spoke with calm precision. "Michelle has spent her life lifting people up. Women, young girls to get ahead of themselves to think that they have to fix it all. Now, in order to break these cycles of negativity, you got to get up every day and do the work right before you. Anyone who knows her knows what she stands for. So when someone takes a shot at her character, especially someone in a position of power, it says more about them than it does about her." The room inhaled at once. No shouting, no insult, just truth delivered with devastating steadiness. A follow-up reporter asked if the remark was inappropriate. Obama replied, "We've reached a point where some folks think attention is more valuable than respect. That's dangerous." A woman from the audience stood and said the comment hurt her. Obama answered gently, "You're right to expect better. Michelle doesn't need defending. She's strong." But moments like this remind us to ask more of our leader. Not perfection, just a little more care. His words spread across the country before he even left the building. Newsrooms broke into urgency. Radio hosts paused their shows. Social feeds filled with comments praising his calm under pressure. Even commentators who rarely sided with Obama noted how controlled and grounded he sounded. In Washington, however, the reaction was brutal. White House staff scrambled for strategy. Nothing worked. Obama hadn't attacked Trump. He'd risen above the moment, and that made Trump's remark look even worse by comparison. Advisors urged Trump to clarify or apologize. He refused. Instead, the White House released a vague statement about leadership and priorities, avoiding the issue entirely. It fooled no one. Across the country, people replayed Obama's words. In Tampa, a couple talked about his composure. In Houston, a barber said, "That's how grown folks handle disrespect." In Seattle, roommates agreed the power of the moment came from the fact that he didn't take the bait. Even those who disliked Obama's politics admitted he had handled the situation with uncommon restraint. Late-night analysts summed it up simply. It was a contrast in leadership. One man provoked, the other remained steady. As night settled, the country kept returning to one idea that respect mattered, that the way leaders carried themselves mattered even more. In homes, classrooms, and workplaces, Americans found themselves talking less about the insult and more about the example that followed. The moral was clear. Calm can cut deeper than chaos. Strength doesn't require volume. Real leadership shows in how you treat people, especially when the world is watching.